youth voices, elder voices, community matters. We bring them to the forefront. Education in our own way without the system telling us how to do it today. Gratitude for giving us your opportunity. Good afternoon, good day, grand rising. Whenever this reaches you, we appreciate you for joining us today here at Reed's Learning Street. I am Cherie Reed L. And I am a representative of the Homeschooling Co-op and Network. And today, obviously, we are talking about the movie Elemental. And I have some esteemed guests to join me today. Hello there, tribe. If you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves.
Okay, each one of you say your name. You go first.
Malaya, Christopher, Kayla.
Well, hello there, Lele, KK, and Sir Christopher. I appreciate you all three for joining me today. So we all watched a great movie. Did you guys enjoy this movie?
Yes, yes.
Can anybody tell me the name of the movie?
What's the name of the movie? Anybody?
Michaela,
What's the name of the movie I watched yesterday?
elementary, um, elementary, elementary.
Element.
Oh, elementary.
Element.
Elementary.
Ella.
Ella, Millie,
Ella.
Mental.
Elemental. That's it.
Elemental. Oh my goodness. Good job. Good job. Did you guys enjoy watching Elemental?
Did y'all enjoy? Can y'all hear her? Okay, she said, did y'all enjoy watching Elemental?
Yeah.
Was there any part of this movie that stood out to you? Does anybody remember any part of the movie Elemental that was memorable?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead, she listening. Yes.
It's like they was holding hands, and she said she didn't love him.
Let me see here. There we go.
So she said she didn't love him.
What was different about them?
She loved him. She said, and the other part of it was the fire touch couldn't touch water.
The
Or it's just
fire
gonna
couldn't
melt.
touch the water. Okay.
Yeah, it's just gonna melt.
She was gonna melt.
The fire was going to melt in the water, or was the water going to disappear in the fire?
Melt the fire. Yeah, it was gonna melt. Like the fire was gonna melt and the water was um
Uh-oh.
and
I can't hear you guys clearly. I don't know if it's me or if it's the connection.
I'm gonna try to say it louder.
There we go. Now
It's
I can see.
what?
Yeah, you don't have to say it louder. We just gotta hear it. Yeah, the connection.
Okay, so can you guys hear me clearly? Oh, we're having a problem with our connection, and you guys are the star of my show. Okay, so all right, so we're having some technical difficulties. That's all right. We do appreciate everybody for joining us today as we figure out the Wi Fi connection. This is the Unlearn to Relearn channel network, the Unschool Evolution, and we are the Unschooling Network Co op. Unlearn to Relearn is the new rule. Unschool is the new rule. So we appreciate you all for joining us today. Do I have my esteemed guests or are we still frozen? Let's see here. There we go. Can you guys hear me clearly? Can I get a thumbs up? All right. Excellent. Okay. Does anybody remember the young lady's name that represented the fire?
Go get it. Can you hear them?
I can hear you, but not really loudly.
Okay.
Well, I hear you, matriarch, but the babes are very low.
Oh, they not said anything. What's the fire girl's name in the movie? Remember?
Oh, right here.
Let me lay asleep.
Lord, it's a big cover of a piece. This is not.
There we go.
Push you. Don't take me up here. You don't know how not Lord me.
Okay.
All right. Is everybody with me now?
Yeah.
All right. We got a much better connection now. You warm?
You like Santa Claus.
Okay, does anybody remember the girl's name in the movie? What's her name?
Elementary.
Elemental, the name of the movie. What's the girl's name?
Let's see. Melly. And I want to tell the rest of the story.
You want to tell the rest of it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, go right ahead. Tell me about it.
And then they was riding on the bike together, and when she said she not the best diver in the world, cause she said she take over the shark, and now she didn't. Her dad is gonna die if he keep on doing all the work.
Yeah, so if we let our parents keep doing all the work and we don't step up and take some of that weight off of them, what can happen to them?
Oh, in a blanket.
No. And then they was on the bike together.
On that motorcycle?
Yeah, and then it was a water. It was some water falling up in the house, cause like she was trying to they was trying to put a lot of bags, and then they got an idea. She made fire and like a teacup, and she just put some thing like fire thing to make a door.
Oh,
So
she used her fire to close up the opening.
yeah, so the water can come, but it just break and break, and a lot of water came. They
So
forgot. They didn't know.
so what happened was her and her friend, the water boy and fire girl, right? So
But yeah,
they went to go and save the crack or fix the crack, and they
they
had
were
some sandbags.
no. It was like the pipes. They was keep moving, and the water boy was in the pipes, and he heard something, and he licked something off the ground. Like he
Oh
was
wow.
trying to take it, and it tastes like
Motor oil.
mortar oil.
Right. Right, motor oil. So he was
Uh-huh.
tasting the
And
water and it had oil in it.
yeah, but it was like water, but it's oil. I think it's like water oil.
They say
And the
water and oil
pipe,
don't mix though, don't they?
yeah, and like the dad, when they pour water on him, he eats something to make it go back up.
Sticks.
It sticks.
Sometimes they eat sticks to make their fire flame back up.
Yeah.
And then the one time they showed the couple had the baby in the stroller, they gave the baby lighter fluid. I think it was got some type of gasoline lighter fluid, something. Yeah, instead of a
Let me
bottle.
see.
Yeah. And the baby got this field flame.
Let's see if
And
we can find this part.
oh yeah.
Is shopping mine now?
When you are ready.
The truth is,
Let's
That's
do
the
that.
dad.
Which one is the dad?
Right here.
Okay, so these are the oh wait. Wait a minute.
Okay, they can't see what you're pointing at. They just see
Okay,
the
okay, I'm using my pointer here. So here's the dad, right? This man right here.
Yeah, right here.
hold on, man.
That's the daughter.
Here's the daughter.
Yeah,
And
right
this is
here.
someone coming in the store, right?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
and the dad is somewhere else. And then she wanted to she wanted to take over, but now she lied.
Well, what did she lie about?
She wanted to take over the shop.
Did she
And
really want to take over the shop?
yeah,
In the beginning, she did, didn't she? That's why she was working so hard to save it.
yeah, because she was very mad because they keep doing all the fireworks and you gotta pay for it first. And
Yes,
she was
you're
getting so mad with the fire and the purple.
right.
Oh, her fire
Her
when she get
fire
mad.
was turning into purple.
Yeah.
And then when she was on some stones, she was turning colors.
On the crystals. The beach. Is that right? Yeah.
And
You're
then
right.
and then the dad gave her something like it was blue, and they keep putting sticks in there.
The blue fire? What was blue? What was that?
Yeah, what
I
was
thought it
the
was
significance
fire.
of the blue fire?
It was in there, and they were saving it. Remember, Mama?
Saving the blue fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, why were they saving the blue fire? Why is the blue fire important?
Because it was for her dad, so he can't die.
Okay.
And then he gave the blue fire to her to his daughter. And then she said, I'm a bad daughter. I can't do what I want to do now.
What did she really
Okay.
want to do?
She did what she wanted to do. She did what she wanted to do last time.
So what did she want to do last time?
She wanted to get in the bubble and then go and see those flowers.
Right.
So she didn't. So she didn't listen.
Because she did what she wanted to do.
And it was dangerous.
That's very
What
dangerous
was
when we do
dangerous?
what we want to do
We're not
and
supposed
not
to
listen
be
to our
there.
parents.
That fire. They said fire not supposed to be in the water with a bubble.
Air in the bubble so she could breathe while she was in the water. Going to go look at the flower to do what she wanted to do.
And he hurried. And he hurried up and put her ear. The bubble was gonna
It's getting smaller. She was losing her air, right? The fire was losing
make it
its air to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
thin.
That part.
And,
So,
and,
as children, we should always listen to our parents, shouldn't we?
yeah,
Just to
and
keep,
then
yeah.
they knocked the sign down with fire.
I remember that part too. They did it. The water and the fire was able to do a lot of damage in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Because every time she would
And
walk somewhere, she would
then
set something on fire, didn't she?
yeah, and she was on the water.
Why not?
So the water boy had family, a lot of family. But the fire girl that's got two family.
She
Really?
had two family members where she was at in the shop. All of her
Yeah.
other family was on the island where dad left his family. And when he did the bow, the sacred bow to his father for his blessing to leave, remember they did like this? He did like this in front of his father down on the ground. And then at the end, she did it before she left with water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember Dad did it?
Yeah, so that was their family where they left before they went to the city.
Oh, and they was on the boat and they left, and then they came back, and then Bill and then it was water, and I shot, and then I said, and then
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So it looks like we're experiencing some slight technical difficulties again. So in the meantime, while we get these bars up for our children, there we go. It sounds like I can hear you again now. There we go. Hey. You guys with me? Show me some fingers.
Maybe.
Okay, so we're still got some slight technical difficulties. Again, these are the children, and we are talking about Elemental, the movie, describing the four elements and how the children
We're
can
here.
relate the elements to us as people, or as them as children and us as adults, and just taking their
Yep.
version of how they see uh, the images in front of them. You guys with me? Star Warrior, I appreciate you for joining us today. She says, I love this. She or he, my apologies. I love
Let's get back in
this.
the screen.
I really enjoy listening to
Y'all
the
can see
babies
yourself.
give their breakdown of the movie. I do this with my grandson to see what he's retained. Yes. And that's why we're doing this, to see what the children were able to take from the movie. Okay, so let's go and check out. Can you guys see me again?
And you have to share this. They could see and hear you the entire time.
All right, excellent, excellent. So I am going to pull up a particular part. Let's see if you can.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, watch that.
No.
Just
Stupid
say
temper. Not
oh, that's for
today.
her.
What is wrong with me? What the?
What a happy family. Is that you and your dad? I love dads. And it's your birthday!
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I don't know. I was searching for a leak on the other side of the river and got sucked in. This is bad. I can't lose another job. I just can't seem to find my flow.
Dang.
Ugh, that pipe squished me all out of shape. That's better.
Dude, just get out of here. I gotta clean this mess up for my dad. Sees what I did.
Ooh, actually, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to write you a ticket.
A ticket?
Yeah, I'm a city inspector, and this pipe is definitely not up to code.
I sucked a city inspector into our pipes?
I know. Ironic, right?
Stop messing with that.
Well, I need to make sure it's solid.
Everything's solid. I should know. My dad rebuilt this place himself.
Wait, your dad did?
Yes, with his bare hands. Every brick and board. It was a ruin when he found it.
I just wanted to kind of share that particular portion and get you guys' take on that when they first met each other.
Okay, we'll talk about when they first met each other. Would you like to? You'll want to speak up so everybody can hear you though. You want to talk right now? Okay, go ahead. Talk about when they first met.
So they met each other when they was in the house and the pipes and water came out from the pipes. And he started crying. And he wrote a ticket.
Why was he writing so many tickets?
Because things happen all the time.
What kind of
That's a
things
good
happen all
answer.
the time? What kind of things happen all the time?
Like stuff was broken or messed up.
Okay.
Okay. Things get broken or messed up. That's why you would get a ticket. So why do you think he gave them tickets for him coming through the cracks in the pipes?
Was he supposed to be able to come through the cracks in the pipes with the other water?
No.
No. Okay.
All right, I was just checking to make sure he wasn't supposed to be coming through there. So that's why he was writing the tickets, because the water was not supposed to be coming through the pipes. Correct, correct, correct. Okay, so once he got in there, we saw him, he was just really crying and crying.
You're not here to play. You're here to talk to the people. You want to play? You can go in somewhere else and play.
Sir
Okay?
Christopher,
Yep. Y'all can get up. Y'all get up at any time and then come back. You don't have to sit here. Okay. All right.
are you
Sir
guys
Christopher,
tired?
No.
All right, cool. Sir Christopher, you're a little boy, right?
Yeah.
Like the water boy?
Yeah.
Why was he crying so much?
Because
Scoot over.
because the picture.
Malaya, it's Sir Christopher's turn. Thank you.
Because.
And even his family cried a lot. Why they cry a lot, Sir Christopher?
Because he wanted to leave.
He wanted to leave?
No.
Where? Excuse me, let him talk. Okay, he wanted to leave and go where? Or why did he want to leave?
Because
He wanted to leave and go where?
because
He wanted to leave with who? Anybody? She'll talk
Was
later,
there a
don't worry.
spark of flame that he might have wanted to be with or go somewhere with? Was there some fire where he wanted to go?
Okay, how do you know he wanted to go somewhere? Did he talk to somebody about going somewhere?
no.
He didn't talk to anybody about leaving? Okay, how do you know he wanted to leave? Did he say something? Did he pack a suitcase? Did he get on a plane? What did he do? How do you know?
Because when he once they get on the thing
Mm-hmm.
and they went to the shop
Oh, okay.
and
To the fireplace shop, yes.
yeah, and the water boy was crying inside in the thing up there, and he was crying. His water
Why?
was coming because the fire girl was talking and he was crying so much, and he got out.
Oh, at the end, when he had
Oh,
in the place with her and he went away up and she was talking to him and he started dripping down, drip, drip into the container and he came all together and then what?
And there was kissing.
Okay, so they were kissing. That's okay. What's wrong? It's okay. Why you put your head down? You said kissing. Why you put your head down? You don't be nasty. Turn around and be kind. Because being rude is nasty. Again, he's talking. It's his turn. That's nasty to talk over him. So tell us why. Why you put your head down? You say kissing.
Because it was funny.
Okay.
it was funny that the water and fire were kissing, or is it funny that the boy and the girl were kissing?
Yeah, what's funny, Sir Christopher?
The boy and the girl was kissing.
Okay.
I can go for that. Okay, okay. Because,
And the
yeah,
movie
you know,
Started to end.
Oh, and the movie started to end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I thought it was a really good movie. Did you guys think it was good?
Yeah.
You're hitting the table. Back up in your seat. You want to leave now?
Yeah.
Okay, sit up straight.
Well, I appreciate you all giving me your take on this movie. Do you recommend this movie? Let's start there for everybody that's listening. Would you recommend the movie Elemental for other people to watch?
So other children should watch this movie? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Why?
No.
Yes.
Who said-
Leia.
Okay, hold on first. Why should other people go see the movie, Sir Christopher?
Because
Why? Hold on. Why should children go see this movie?
because they haven't watched it.
Okay. So when they watch it, what will they like about it?
What did
What
you
will they
like about the movie?
What do you like about it?
Okay, so let me ask a question then. Would you go see it again?
No, now Paw Patrol. Yes, Paw Patrol, Paw Patrol. Yes,
Paw Patrol.
So I have two people that say they would go see it, and one person said they'd go see Paw Patrol instead, right?
Paw Patrol.
Okay, so let's stick with the elements before we get to Paw Patrol. Okay, so the two people over on this side that said they would go see it again, why would you go see it again?
Michaela, why would you go see it again? Talk to the people.
Because it's a good movie.
Why? What makes it good? What did you like about it?
About when them parents hug, because I'm glad they. Because when they hug, because when they hug, and when the water boy came back, and when they put them hands together, and when they hug and when they kiss.
So you like that they were actually showing affection to
They
each
put their
other.
hands together like this.
Oh, I think I have.
And then I put them hands like this.
Oh, like on a beach scene?
Yeah, like this.
Oh, yeah, when they were testing if they could
what's that?
touch. Yeah.
It was blood.
Okay.
Like this one.
Yeah. This is some blood.
It's all right. He's fine now.
I eat.
I like that part too.
When they always did this, they wait until they did this. So when they wait, then they did this, and then they start. and it's my turn. It's my turn now. I like about the kissing.
Excuse me. This is Breeze Learning Street. Okay, I'm serious.
I appreciate everybody's joviality with the kissing part. So let's get past the kissing.
Okay, excuse me. Listen, Malaya. Again,
So let's
this
get
is
past the
Breeze
kissing
Learning
part.
Street.
Mr. Christopher,
And she is the host, so she tells you when it's your turn.
you're the only person who hasn't told me why you would go see the movie again.
Okay.
Ma'am, your name's not Christopher. Calm down. Listen. Sir Christopher, why would you go see the movie again?
Because they hug.
Malaya, stop. Your mommy is right there. Don't cut up, Malaya.
Okay, so
What?
let's talk about what the elements are that you all saw in the movie. They should be on the screen too if you can see them.
Yes.
Let me actually pull up over here on the side. You might see some elements over here.
What
Look at these
element
different
is
elements.
Fire, water, earth,
Air, water,
earth,
earth.
fire,
Good
water.
job. There we go. Wind, fire, water, and earth. The 4 elements. We can't do anything here without them, can we?
And clouds.
What element would a cloud be?
Like it was puffy in the cloud, like move.
What would a cloud be? Fire?
No.
Would a cloud be water?
No.
Would a cloud be earth?
It looked like cotton candy.
Cotton candy, but what does cotton candy look like? A
Cotton
puff
candy
of
looked
air?
It looked like air. It looked like the sky. No, it looked like those clouds and elemental.
A cloud, the clouds in elemental, when they were blowing, what were they blowing?
Blowing the bubble.
What were they blowing into the bubble?
Air.
Air!
Air.
We cannot breathe without air.
Don't stop.
So yes, the clouds were the air, the wind, the trees. What element were the trees? What are trees connected?
They
Say it again, McKenna.
Earth.
Earth.
No,
Very good.
No, they connected to underground.
That's earth element.
Underground. So
Yeah, they connected
the ground would be earth, right?
Yeah.
So that would be the earth element. So we've got the water from the water boy, fire girl. The wind was the supervisor, I guess we could say, the head honcho. And the earth was the tree that was in between the head honcho and the water boy and earth girl, right? So we see how all
air?
the air was the head honcho, because she was the one that was way up in the sky. Remember, she liked the air ball. Remember when they were playing air ball?
She's not the air ball.
They were playing air ball, and she was a fan of the air ball. The cloud was the supervisor. She was the one who was in charge of everybody, right?
Yes.
And then up under her came earth, which was where the trees and all of everything that was attached to the soil, they were in control then, right? And then under them came the water boy. And then under the water boy came the fire girl. Do you see how all 4 of the elements had to work together? I see some tiredness, and we've been going for a while. It's been about 40 minutes.
Who's the tired people you think?
You.
The one that's laying down. I get it. Okay, so we know that we can't function without the 4 elements. The 4 elements have to work together, right? Just like, look how many people are in the screen with you. You've got Mama, Sir Christopher, Lele, and KK, right?
Yeah.
Just like the 4 elements. You all 4 have to work together, just like the 4 elements.
The 4 elements.
Wind, fire,
Yes.
water, and earth. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is the names right here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
No. Wait. Which one said earth and which one said?
So the earth starts with the
Air.
letter E.
Same.
Do that say? Do that say water? The darker blue.
The
Yeah.
darker
Okay.
blue says water. And instead of it saying air, it says wind. This one looks like it. Wind and air are the same thing. Can you see the air?
I love this.
You're talking to them. Dang.
Can you see the wind?
I love wind and coldness. Even more.
I think in the coldness is the only time I can see the wind.
What the air look like?
I can actually see it when it's coming out my mouth. In the clouds.
Air, like air and wind come from outside, but you cannot see wind from outside, and it's clear. I'm trying to show you something. Like air look like this, like clear. Like
Take in a deep breath. Can you taste it?
Yeah.
What does it
It's
taste like?
cold. It tastes like it's cold.
Cold
And
air?
blueberry.
She
Yeah.
said
And blueberries?
Yeah, and strawberries. I can feel it in my mouth.
Okay,
So there might be some flavoring in the air.
Flavor in the air, nuh-uh.
So what's your? Can you taste the wind and air in your mouth?
Yeah.
Taste it. Does it have a taste? Tell them.
It tastes like raspberries. And
Raspberries.
strawberries. And apple.
Okay. So, all right. So, do you guys all have some water with you?
Yes.
Let's take a sip of some water.
Okay. Water. Thank you. Thank you.
Does it have any taste to it?
No.
Does it?
I got a taste.
Okay. What does it taste like?
It's nasty
Put the
water.
lid on there.
Nasty water. Tastes like grapes and apples.
Grapes and apples.
Yes.
Okay, I can go for
Yeah.
that.
Sir,
If it was,
excuse
if
Sir
it were
Christopher,
flavored
what's
water.
your water taste like?
Nothing.
Nothing. Your water tastes
Nothing.
like nothing.
It tastes like grape though. But
Like
mine
what? Excuse me. It tastes like what?
tastes like grape.
Grape.
Yeah, mine tastes like strawberry, blueberry. I thought Christopher said rainbow. I thought he said rainbow. Cotton candy rainbow. This is what it tastes like. I love cotton candy rainbow.
Okay, so now I have another question. We've tasted the air and we've tasted the water. Can we taste fire?
No.
Why not?
Because it's dangerous. It can burn your body.
All right, excellent, excellent answer. Excellent answer. Okay, well, if we can't taste fire, can we taste earth?
Yeah. No. Earth.
Look at me.
Oh, Earth is a planet. That's a big giant planet where we live in.
But again, earth is the ground, like where the tree comes from, like the little tree in the movie.
Yeah, it's a canal.
And when he would show her his growth, he lifted his arm and you seen a flower come out.
Yeah.
People eat flowers.
What? Like he did this and it grew, and then he picked it off. Disgusting. People eat flowers? No.
Greens. Some flowers are vegetables. They're actually, you can eat them.
I'll never drink.
You eat earth. You can eat earth.
Do you eat, let's see, an apple?
Yeah. We can eat an apple. This is like blueberry.
Apple comes from a tree.
What about an
Yeah,
orange?
yeah, and it's cheese over there. But
All right.
they need to grow
This in your lap and they cannot see you on the side. Put y'all
Okay, so what about like so since we can drink water,
all fit.
we can we cannot taste the wind, but we can swallow wind, right? We can take in air, right?
Yeah. We can.
And we can take in earth because we can eat our what?
We can eat cotton candy. What was that?
Cotton
I don't
candy
know.
is made from sugar, which comes from sugar cane, which comes from the earth. So we're still eating earth.
Yay.
So
We
the
can
only
eat
thing that we can't eat is the fire. Although I think that everybody there has a fire inside of them.
what? I thought my toes also tired. I
Put your feet in your mouth.
I do that. I do that when I.
Have your feet been on the ground outside in the soil?
Pay attention. Not today.
We're not putting dirty, soiled feet in our mouth, are we?
I always do that. Sick my feet.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get back to having the fire inside of us. Do you guys know how you have a fire inside of you?
Say that one more
Anybody
time,
have an
please.
idea? Do you have any idea how you would have fire inside of you?
Okay. How, where, or what is the fire inside of you? Is that?
It was like blood in our body.
Excuse me, hold on. It's what, Malaya?
Blood in our body.
The blood in your body?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
When you eat fire, then blood come out of your body, it opens.
Okay. That was not quite the question, but your answer was great though. Without eating fire,
What?
is there a fire in you?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the fire in you, Michaela?
Fire in you. What kind of fire?
Yo, how do you know, is there fire in you?
Well, maybe we can describe it as something other than a fire.
No.
Like, is there a light inside of you?
What?
Yeah,
A
okay,
spark
so
of
is
light.
fire hot or cold?
Fire hot.
Fire's hot?
Yes.
Okay, is any part of your body hot? Or
Yeah.
warm? Or are you cold?
Cold. I am.
You're warm? Okay, so where do you get that fire in you to make you warm?
Fire in you to make you warm.
Mm-hmm. What makes you warm instead of being cold?
Cover in when I have
Inside of you, there's not a,
Oh.
is there a blanket inside of you?
What's something make me?
Or your outer blanket, which would be your skin.
It would be my feet
Okay.
and
So
my.
somebody made mention of their blood earlier, and
back.
the blood pulsing through us will cause us to be warm.
Excuse me. Layla needs a break. She'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. All right, so KK and Sir Christopher, you guys still with me?
Mhm.
Okay, because we don't have a lot
Yeah.
more time. So let's talk about this blood. You were mentioning that the blood that's going through us, right? And you were saying that we are warm
Yes.
inside of us, right? Is
Yes.
it possible that that can be that warmth that we have inside of us to share, like our heart? We have a spark of light in us because we are star seeds. You are star seed. We come from stars. I see your hand up. What go ahead, tell me.
Listen, I gotta learn. Even I need to tell you something. When people even die, then they go in the sky and they turn to stars.
Exactly. And what is a star made of?
A star is made of
Sit down.
light.
It looks like it's
Lights.
white. Do you know the
She
sun
said
in the
light.
sky is a star? Oh, she said light. My apology. I thought you said white. Okay. So light
The
coming from
sun
the
is
sun.
yellow.
Yellow.
Yes, and actually the sun have light too in the inside.
It does. It does. And it's very
Maybe.
warm, isn't it?
Yes. If we go close to the sun and we can
Get that
Okay.
close to the sun. We'll talk about it die or not. Okay, we're not talking about dying today.
but we can never fly
I don't like that word neither
or
today.
pass
Okay,
out.
okay, calm down. How about we calm down? Okay, how about we talk about another element we discussed last night after the movie? What's the other element we discussed? And we had already took you home, but you had already left.
Like the
Look
other.
and talk to the people. Tell them about the other element we discussed. One other, because there's more than 4 elements. Talk to them about one of the elements we discussed last night.
What's the other one?
Ether.
Easter.
Okay.
What do you do?
I mentioned his name is Venom, and he is not the red Spider-Man. What color is his suit when he's Venom?
Red. Black.
All right, all right. We discussed Ether after the movie.
He covers his suit with black. He covered up his red suit. Yeah. And he got a black suit. Right? Yeah. And even his tongue come out, and he always make me scared. And I don't want to see it.
So
Or watch.
Well, yeah, we shouldn't see people's tongues, so that is scary.
Or watch a movie. Like, or when he a human, I'm not watching a movie.
You know, some people don't take care of their tongue. Like when they brush their teeth, they don't brush their tongue, and it is nasty. That is scary. It's like full of white, nasty. Like, it's important. Excuse me, listening. When you clean your teeth, clean your tongue as well, and then it won't be so scary. So everybody keep your tongue in your mouth till you learn how to clean it.
Yay!
Yay!
Tongue out. Yay! What do you say? Tongue out. Yay! Keep taking her tongue out.
Okay,
we got to take care of our mouth, right?
Yeah!
All
Look,
right. All right.
Look, her teeth just came out. She got blood on her teeth. Don't talk about
No,
my teeth.
she has. The blood was a result of her teeth coming out. But she asked you just now not to talk about her teeth. So we're going to leave that alone.
I'm scared.
Thank you. Thank you. Stop. Stop.
All right. Okay. So it has been over 50 minutes that we have had the children sitting, and they have been so very attentive. I do appreciate this. I do not want to make that. I don't want for the crowd to think that we have you sitting all day long, though, because you all do need to get some exercise and go run, play, go find some water, some earth. Not any fire though. You can go find some
Just a
wind.
fire inside of you.
That's right. That's right. Yes. I appreciate you, Miss Lele, Miss KK, and Sir Christopher.
Mr. Sir. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Mr. Sir. That's his nickname, Mr. Sir. Bye bye. Bye bye. We're done.
Okay, so thank you everybody for joining us this afternoon, this day, this morning, the Grand Rising. Whenever you catch this, rewind it, go back and check out what the children had to say about how they feel when they see a very good, interesting movie. Um, I did have some extra information about that movie that I wanted to talk about, from the adult perspective. So we're going to give the children some time to go find some air, the wind, acknowledge the fire inside of them, put their feet in some dirt, and drink some water. Okay, so with this being said, we appreciate everybody from joining us in our review of the Elemental movie From the Mouths of Babes. Thank you for watching our videos. Support who supports you, and check out some of our supporters. Definitely like, share, subscribe, and have a great day. All right, thank you everybody. We are coming back, but this time we are speaking with a different viewpoint of the movie Elemental from us as adults. I would like to, I would like to welcome Miss Joy Ishram. She's supposed to be joining me so that we can discuss this. We might have a slight delay while we get her together, or maybe she's getting the children together. So we might have to do this and come back again because we have been going for about an hour. Yeah, we have been going on. Oh, you are ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. Thank you for joining me. Well, not privately, but separately from the children so that we can have our own discussion. Let me put up this disclaimer before we get parental advisory. Parental advisory is up there so that no one feels that we're saying anything that's out of the way or not for a child's mind. That is why we remove the children prior to this conversation. Miss Joy Allen. Ooh, I had a lot that I wanted to say while the children were going through their review. What did you think about this movie?
First, respectfully, an honor to be here on Reed's Learning Street. We are, I heard that we are live on other platforms as well. And right now I'm recognizing those platforms in honor. And I'm definitely delighted to be on all platforms today and being in the company of all audiences. Gratitude to you all for being here.
So yes, we are streaming to Facebook, YouTube. We've got Joyous Ram, the Karmic Dynasty. We've got Tribe Up 777, Reed's Learning Street, Cherie Reed L. We are at multiple destinations. Again, thank you for joining me today, and gratitude for all the children. We all watched this movie yesterday. King the Swimmer also watched it. When he gets an opportunity to bring in his take on that, you all are going to enjoy that as well. So, Miss Allen.
Yes.
Can we start at the beginning of the movie? The
Yes.
intro, the fire people and them leaving from their homeland
Hmm.
and then going to a new land and being strangers in this new land. I thought this movie had a whole lot of correlations to things that we have experienced here in this said land, and others have experienced in their lands as well. Can you expound on that if you would, please?
Yes. Now, everyone who is familiar with my platform, Karmic Dynasty, knows I'm just been known, given the handle, busting up all lies. From the creator of the Tribe Up 777999 platform, Abiel Ben Levy L. So if you don't know, I'm saying what I must say because it's honestly what I received. Honestly, when I saw and heard the lifestyle of the Fire family, of Ember's Fire family, I was receiving the Hispanic culture background. That was what I was receiving from it. And as far as cultures overall in the movie, I saw a lot of culture, a lot of different cultures. And that sometimes I did receive uh, I received what you were speaking about our culture being involved. There were times that I was getting a message of discrimination, and it pointed more towards our people during those times from my point of view.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I did notice that each different element had its own dialect or
Yes.
accent.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also noticed how the elements in their family groupings would speak ill of the other elements, so to speak. You kind of making fun of, or oh, you speak really well and eloquently for that type of an individual. Things that condescending comments.
Yes. And earlier asking my granddaughter not to speak on the term dying, and you speaking of speaking down, condescending, there was when Ember went to visit, I forget the fire boy's name right, the water boy's name right there, but when she went to visit his family, his Marco and Polo came up near her, and they were like, if we something like, I'm paraphrasing, if we pull you in the fire, will you? If we pull you in the water, will you die? And I sat back in my seat like, what?
Now, if you
This a
thought about
kids
it,
children's movie or what?
yeah, and then they shook the chair like they
Yeah,
were actually trying to
yeah. Like if
unalive
we,
her.
will you die? Yes.
I thought that was rather interesting as well. And then it
Yeah.
also correlated to they were still the same two children that went into the store earlier and were causing havoc in the fireplace store. Then also
Oh, the
noticing,
older ones who
yes,
were spraying their own water over the fire thing, putting out fire, which was messing up the inventory in the store. Yeah, and they were like something like, if you wet it, you buy it. Yeah.
I found a lot of sayings throughout the movie that I didn't think were appropriate.
Hmm.
I think it should have had like more of a over 14 rating, or
Rating.
not a G. You know, there were really a lot of sexual undertones, a lot of sayings that I just did not think children needed to hear. You know,
Yes.
like your babes were just laughing at the kissing scenes.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think that those scenes were necessary. I'm not saying that our children don't need to know that affection is there. Yes, they do. Although at a certain age, though, they're not really interested in. And then there was still, even with the Water Boys family. Did you see the dynamics of the families of his family? How each one was paired up.
Yes. Now, right quick, before we go to the family, I want to talk about the sexual undertones. Right quick. One thing that caught my eye and really bothered me, because what they don't repeat, because somebody was in the comments discussing they have conversations with a young person to see what they took away, what their takeaway was from the movie, and
Yes,
even we all may not at all times be able to at that time verbalize what we maintain because it goes through subliminally.
I
Okay,
agree.
so it's in us whether we announce it or not. So the one scene that bothered me was when the water boy character came through the pipes, and then he was came out and he was maintaining his shape, and he came through with like a real buff gym shaped masculine form, and her face was like, what? And her eyes looked down. So that's something in our children. They might be like, "Oh, he came out the water. He's that's who this is." Okay, now we know his form outside of the fluidity of the water. Okay, so he's up in his form and he's talking to her now. But somewhere in there, they captured that what, and they will learn one day to look down at that part of the body before he regrouped himself and became the more other shape that he holds all the time.
I'm glad you mentioned that scene because I thought well, in my opinion, you've got this big hunk. You're looking at only the body. And then once he loses this body, she loses that interest in him. And he's this nerd or this brainiac that knows how to do everything. And she's lost her interest in him. That's how I took that scene as, oh, yeah, we got to be about the physical and not the
Mhm.
mental.
Yeah, because for him it was switched. He was not into her physical. He was more about her mental and her creativity and who she was as a being.
Hmm. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally with you. That was a very okay. So now that we're speaking on that scene as well, and we're speaking on the sexual sides, um, in the movie they were saying that every time he tasted the water, he was tasting the oil from the big rigs, and his body was, when he would get like that, he was full of oil from the ships that were riding by.
Mm-hmm.
And they were speaking on his DNA changing. I don't know if that's the way I want to put it. But his makeup changed every time he was chasing that water, and that water had oil in it. The only way that him and this fire girl were able to join was because the DNA makeup of them had been changed, which alludes to a lot of other things that are going on right now with getting things into our systems that changes us, and now we're blended in with others. I don't know if you're with me here. I'm trying to not
Yeah.
pair. Okay.
And to extend on your being with you right quick, I can easily see where this can turn into a series, a part two, where they look at maybe earth and wind coming together in a relationship. And in the part two, we can see where these first two elements, water and fire, came together and they birthed what? Or
Right.
if they do, they start because, and right quick, because of the times, Right quick, I didn't notice any pets in this movie. No dogs, no cats, no animals. But that's another. But right quick, with the preview, the advertising before the previews in the theater, there was these two creatures. I don't know if they were what their gender was. I'm gonna say this: two beings, and they said, "Enjoy our movie." Their movie included some people who appeared as the sex opposite, the gender opposite of what they were born. So I can easily see that agenda being pushed. And in one of the future Four Elements movies, they have the characters acting in a manner of what they were not naturally born. I can
Correct.
easily see this being a series, though.
Correct. I agree with you because they're leading into it. The entire me as an adult, I saw the agendas. I
Mm-hmm.
saw or I see them,
Mm-hmm.
and it was bothersome for me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. Yes, entertainment is good for our children. I just feel like this was not the best representation of the four elements for our children to learn about the elements.
Mm-hmm. No. That's why we discuss other elements such as ether after the movie. It's just an opportunity for us to add on to it, to take it further. This movie was simply an opportunity.
I
It was a
agree.
learning tool. It was a learning tool, an opportunity for us to apply our own teachings to the children in our care. Yeah.
Again, like you said, this is an opportunity for us to see that we don't have to utilize other people's movies,
Curriculum.
their curriculum, any of their shenanigans, because
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. It's for one, they're not learning from it. They're
Right.
being indoctrinated
Mm-hmm.
or being trained to be an employee or being trained to be something other than what they are or who they are. When do we
Right.
say enough is enough?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When do we, as tribe leaders, as guardians, as table guards, when do we say protect the children? I, I don't come on here that often down, trying to rag on anything. Although this one just really kind of threw me for a loop.
Mm-hmm.
I went into this thinking, okay, well, we about to learn about the elements, not about pro,
Like, would you give me a pen and paper, something to write with, please? Paper, pen, thank you, ma'am.
not about procreation, and not about. There were so many underlying quiet. I don't know if anybody knows Disney like I know Disney, but everybody that I know knows who that character or that individual is, and that they liked
Mommy gonna let us stay in
the
now.
youth. They made it their job, their life to be sexual with youth. So this movie to me is just nothing but an extension of what that franchise would like to do. You know what I'm saying? To corrupt our children.
Yeah. They took this as an opportunity to corrupt the children. We have to see the opportunity ourselves and reroute what they have attempted to put out for our children to pick up. Layla, if you would come here, please, ma'am, because originally this and I in my platform, not to intrude, but on my platform, I always tell the people how we came about this video. So we had So matriarch Sharice had contacted me yesterday on a project, and I had told her that I was headed to the theater. So I was taking my grandchildren to see a movie, and we were discussed. We had the one movie that the children were like, "No, we're not going to see that." Came up, and what movie? So that conversation was with Lele, and so all of this came about that conversation. So Sharice did want to talk to Lele about her take on the one movie that she did not want to see. What
And
movie
why?
did you want to see?
I didn't want to see the issue, the other movie with the fire and the.
Okay, no, the movie we did not go see. You didn't want to go see it.
Are you talking about the spider with his take his tongue out?
No, not the Spider. No, not Spider Man. Not Venom. That was an Ether talk. We talked about Ether. There was a movie at the theater when we were going. You said you do not want to see it.
Barbie.
Barbie. Talk to people. Why you don't want to see Barbie?
Cause he got his shirt unbuttoned.
Because a man on the. I guess you saw some previews then, because you haven't seen the movie. So one of the men had his shirt unbuttoned. Yeah. So is the Barbie doll like for adults or children?
I'm not never gonna watch that.
And this is the response that I was talking about. How do we take Barbies? And this is the response we get from it because the Ken or whoever is in this movie has their shirt unbuttoned to where it's got our children uncomfortable. And this is a movie. Where is that over 17 rating? No one under 17, please. Parents, parental advisory.
Thank you, man. Go play with them.
I appreciate you so much for sharing that with us. And yes, that is how we came about with this movie review, bringing attention to the movies that the children are seeing, are being, everybody that's around them is speaking about these movies. So now they're feeling like they need to be a part of all of these other shenanigans. Oh yeah, well, we're going to go and see this movie. That when you have a homeschool tribe and we have these types of conversations with our children on the regular, they get to make logical decisions as to what it is that they see as morally unfit. And this was an example of one of our children seeing something that was not morally fit and deciding, I'm not going to see that. I think she gave me motivation. She should be a motivation for us as adults as well. I could be wrong, but a lot of these youthful movies are not made for the youth. But I'm not going to. We're not going to stay here and complain and bug your ear off. Just know that the children are watching. They're watching us. They're watching everything we do, all our moves, everything we say. They're watching what movies we watch. They're listening in the other room to the conversations that we're talking about.
Yes.
So we should be mindful at all points. Every move we make, every step we take, be aware that the children are watching. The
Yes,
revolution will
and at
not be
some point,
televised.
yeah, the revolution will not be televised. And the children, at some point, they learn how to tiptoe and move quietly through the house. So when you think you put them in their bedroom, and you don't even have to be behind a closed door. They can be around the corner, and you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I only know because I've heard stories from the children. I'm like, how did you know? Well, I was quiet. I said that you were supposed to be asleep. Well, I tiptoed and I heard. I'm like, don't tell me no more. You go talk to your parents about this conversation.
Okay, yes, okay. Yes, yes, and yes. All right. Miss Allen, I really appreciate you for staying with me, just to give me your take on this movie and letting the crowd know that we don't support the shenanigans and what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I just speaking of shenanigans and what's going on, and I touched on it briefly earlier in the intro, my intro, the discrimination or the what you want to call it, stereotypes on a culture. So there, for one, I'm gonna jump off right quick to this. I think it was a Tony the Tiger Frosted Flakes commercial. Now, what I did not like was how when there's this commercial when they got a lunch lady for strawberry flavor, they got Tony the Tiger with the original flavor. When the cinnamon flavor Frosted Flakes came on the screen, they had a brown, she looked like Asian descent for cinnamon. I was like, did they just so
Yes.
with the fire element and the Hispanic feel I got. Why? Like, cause the stereotyping like with spicy foods, like everybody else don't eat spicy foods, and their enunciation. Speaking of dialects, I heard like a Hispanic flair on their voice, and then they had like the fire language they would speak sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounded like they were targeting the Hispanic culture,
That's how I
if
saw
I
that
could
too.
say it all that way. And then when
Yeah.
I mentioned how they mixed culture bashing, I'm gonna say that right, bashing. When it came to the children were earlier mentioning how the Ember, the fire girl, went to see the flower. Now, originally she went to go see the flower with her dad, but she couldn't because as they went to enter, they had a sign that said
No
whites only.
fire. That
Oh, no, it didn't say whites only. It
it
said
said no fire
colors only.
allowed.
Oh, I thought it said colors, no colors
You gonna
allowed.
make me pull it up?
Huh? Oh, it
I'm
said
finna.
no fire allowed.
That's what I thought it said. No fire allowed.
I think it did say that, but I had a whites only pie moment.
Because that's what it put me in the mindset of.
I'm serious. Like, no, you can't come in here. And everybody else was giving that look like, get out of here. And somebody in there said, go back to where you came from. There was a scene in there like that.
Yep.
They said, go back to where you came from. This movie something else. Something else.
Wrong one. Wrong one. Let me see.
But yeah, so when we were talking about her making that dangerous move and going out on her own doing what she wanted to do, at and this was crazy. This was crazy. Mostly they made it like the fire was the problem element through the entire movie. When she
Right.
went to see with her dad to see that flower initially, and there was the no fire sign, so they couldn't go in. She went back later in the bubble with the air running out that the wind made for her in the water with the water boy. So they went, what happened was that area of the city got flooded out. So they went through all them changes and resources to keep the fire out when it was the water that
That
flooded
was
it
the.
out and kept everybody from enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. And it was
So
the
she,
water people that was doing all of the making everybody feel like that. You saw how the water people kind of, to me, were up on a upper level, or they like
yes.
they were. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then when now this is the girl, the Ember got blamed for the firing up. Her temper got up on the red dot sale day, and she went downstairs and blew up, so to speak, and the pipes reacted and busted, had the little leaks and bust. So she took on a lot of pressure for the damage the damage and attention to her dad's shop, which almost got it shut down. The movie mostly was about her saving the shop. Intersection was about saving the shop from getting shut down by lack of permits and other things. But actually, I need to know if anybody realized when Water was retelling that story, he had already got swept up in the water issue and went into the pipes. He was trapped right there. When she was down in her city, flaring up, and she blew up in that basement of the Red Dot Cell Day,
That's what
and then you
released
hear
him.
him say, I heard a noise, and it shook the rock and cleared the pipe for him to flow on through and end up into the basement of the shop. Otherwise, he'd been trapped
Right there. Yeah.
right there. So she saved his life.
And that
Now,
never got mentioned.
never he mentioned it, but he didn't give her credit because that's how we know the story. Now, this the thing though, in a world where it could easily be looked at, okay, well, he was water, so he could have flowed out. It, but who knows? But they didn't mention it. They didn't go in about it. But he said he was trapped. Just like he was trapped in the end in that space with her. He could not flow through where he wanted to flow through any cracks and get out and go into the water on the other side of that wall that had formed, and him and her embraced and he evaporated. But
True.
yeah, she's a heroine in this story. She saved his life. While she's looking down at herself and looking at the others, looking at what she's not done because she was not given proper credit. So the takeaway here is, in times where you think that you are damaging or causing problems for people, it's quite possibly that damage is being done, but you're saving someone else at the same time. And I tell people, when things happen to you, it's not always about you. It might look like it's happening to you, but that's for someone else. It's you go through with something for a moment. Like she went through all that grief and burden she was bearing on destroying her dad's shop, but at the same time, she did not know that she had saved somebody's life. So don't take everything so personal. Just you making a world of difference. Everything happens as it should for a reason. One little act, not even little, one act can be so big but seem so small, and you save somebody's life and don't even know it. It's a ripple effect. Water, speaking of water, ripple effect. Excuse me, children. Thank you.
Which goes back to
That's my
going
piece.
with the flow.
Yes, yes. And also,
That's
speaking of flow, water, and they didn't even stereotype cultures, they stereotype the elements. So fire is not always, they gave a lot of attention to the fire being flamed up all the time. And with the water being emotional a lot of times, or overly emotional. Which takes me into the zodiacs. Like, we cannot stereotype people on what elements, how you're looking at their astrology charts. We cannot look at the dominant, because we're made up of all elements. So right quick on the astrology tip, people who don't get, you're born under a certain sun sign, but you are made up of all parts of the everything. You are part water, you are part earth, you are part fire, you are part wind, air, you are part ether, you're part all of it. So don't get caught up in the stereotype where people will say where water signs are so emotional. You're more than emotion. That's my piece right now.
agreed. I agreed. I'm with you. We are all of these different elements, including the ether. That's why I was glad that you spoke on that. Because
Malaya.
without any one of these, the rest of them are no longer are not valid. Can you give me one moment, please, matriarch? Apologies. My apologies.
Oh, we came back same
Okay.
time.
All right. So yes. Um, as I was saying, all the elements, we cannot survive without any one of them. Just like if all of the ants were to be gone, the rest of us wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
survive because the job that the ants do, who would do it?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The purpose that, not the purpose, but the reason for the ants is they have their own, just like mosquitoes, just like fire, just like the water, the earth and the air. Everything has its reason and need, just like the ether, just like the stars. The Without any one of these, there is no us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That fire that I was telling the children about that is in us. If we don't have that, then that's that spark of life.
Mm-hmm.
Without that, we don't have anything. This is the avatar is no longer here.
Mm-hmm.
It goes back to the earth, which is that element. You know, some people may burn it, cremation. I know we're not supposed to, speaking on the unaliving or not unaliving, but a transformation. But it's a part of life. It's a part of the life cycle. We come from the earth. We go back to the earth. We're 80% water. So if we don't have water, we're not going to be here. If we don't have warmth, we freeze to death. I kind of go off into the wrong angles. Not wrong, but I'll go on a tangent. But I appreciate you having the patience with me. Yes.
Me too.
Okay. I heard your children in the background, and my children. My child is calling me from swim practice. So we're going to end
Okay.
this soon. Now we're going to have to come back and touch at this again, if
Okay.
you don't mind.
Because I want to talk about Cody's comment on culture vultures, and in the scene
Yes.
where the water inspector came and watered down their food, and the dad got
Yes.
banned from the shop.
Yes. Okay. That's the scene that I was just.
Talk about.
This is gonna be the last thing. I'm gonna show this, and then we gonna cut it out. Okay.
Peace, y'all. Peace.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me present it. Yep. This is gonna be our exit.
Who are you? And what are you? What? Go again.
You're so hot.
Excuse me?
No, I mean like you're smoking. No, I didn't mean it like that.
Are you done yet?
Yes, please.
Blow the ball, not the game. Amber, I don't want to put you out.
I'm okay. I love hot food. That pipe squished me all out of shape.
Dang.
That's better.
Break some wind!
Toot toot.
Toot, toot. Toot, toot.
Watch this.
No, I'm reading the wrong line.
Let's do that again. Holy.
I thought that little piece had every little bit in there that we was just touching on. All right. Peace and love to everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to come back and touch on that clip that we just saw. Have a great, grand day. Thanks for supporting the youth. Like, share, subscribe to all the different platforms that you are here on and you're watching from. All right. Have a grand day.